some spaghetti? You want yum yum? Yeah, you want it? What do you say when you want it? That's right. How much of it you want? You want it all? Yeah, you want yum yum? Such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Your daddy loves you so much. Welcome back to Skeeter the Duck's channel. That's right here in front of me we have Skeeter the Duck, a soon-to-be 17-year-old khaki Campbell girl duck. Right, Skeeter? Yeah, and you're fidgeting. You won't sit still for some reason. I think that's because I said the magic words to you. Yeah, the magic word was dinner. You're all excited because you know there's spaghetti coming. Yeah, you want spaghetti? You want some spaghetti? Yeah, I bet you do. Spaghetti is one of her favorite things. She's really good about eating a lot of the same stuff that I do. What is stuck to you? Is that poop? You got poop on you? Get it off. There you go. Dinner is one of her favorite things. I mean, anything food related. I mean, she's an animal. You know how it is. Animals just love their meals. Meals are the best thing that can happen to them during the day. Right? That's a yes. So anyways, after the intro here, we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about Skeeter the Duck, about her current state of health, and what's coming up in her life, coming up soon. So as always, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Pluck the little dingle belly down that you see next to the subscribe button. That way you get updates every time that little Skeeter the Duck uploads a new video. And that's important to you. You really do want to see that. Right, Skeeter? That's right. We'll be back in just a minute. Somebody has fallen asleep and it started snoring. I know, I was watching you while you were asleep. Yes, I was. While I was setting up my camera here, little Skeeter fell asleep. Yes, she did. And I hit the record button and snuck up on you. Well, little Skeeter is right here. She's with me. She's a perfectly healthy little khaki Campbell duck. She's going to be 17 years old on March 17th of 2019. So roughly about a month and a half away from today's date. Well, she's perfectly healthy. She's a little old, though, and her age is starting to show. She's got some white feathers around her head, around the sides. I mean, just like I do, you know, around the sides and around the back, and I've got it in my beard too, but she's got it on the sides of her mouth, on the back of her neck down here, and wrapped around her head, kind of like a headband. And she's got all them white feathers. A little bit around her nose, if she's got a nose. A little bit of white up here. She doesn't see all that well on the left side anyway. She actually has a defective eye that she's had since birth. She was actually born with her head tipped over, as you know, so this is not a result of age. In fact, as she got older, it actually got straighter, and as of right now, she's actually holding it pretty good. But her right eye has developed a scratch on the cornea. Apparently, while she was scratching herself one day, she nicked it. That's the only thing I can think of is what happened to her. So her good eye doesn't work as well as it used to. But one thing is for certain, though, her hearing is still impeccable. If I even make the smallest noise from the opposite end of the house, she will answer me and immediately start going crazy. And she and Boomer will talk back and forth, too, from opposite ends of the house. She was in the bathtub today, for example, And I left her alone. I don't leave her in there with Boomer because Boomer could drown her. He's got a tendency to beat her up, and I don't really care for that too much. So I separate them when she's in the bath. And I give her space, and she does her thing. Then I put a little heat lamp on her, and I lay down a towel in the bottom of the bathtub. So that way she's got a nice warm spot where she can go ahead and dry herself off before she gets out of there. And this is her spot on the sofa. Whenever Boomer starts beating her up or starts getting rough with her, or whenever I'm cooking dinner, she sits here. So she knows that this is the spot that she's going to rest until I get my cooking done. And tonight we're expecting spaghetti. You want some spaghetti? You want some spaghetti? I know you do. One of her favorite things is just Italian. It doesn't matter if it's pizza, if it's lasagna, if it's spaghetti. She absolutely loves them all. And I don't know if it's something about the tomato sauce or if she likes noodles. I don't give her a whole lot of cheese because ducks are actually naturally lactose intolerant. She being a bird, you know, they don't have milk. Birds don't make milk. So they naturally can't digest it. And that just goes with what they are. So giving her cheese or milk really isn't a good thing. She has trouble digesting it, and it just causes her to squirt more. And there's one right now. Speaking of squirts. Is it stuck to you? Or was it just a fart? No, I don't see anything. I guess it was just a little squishy fart. Yeah, ducks actually do fart. Like everything else, she lets out little farts, although it's surprising that such a little animal can actually let out such an incredible noise sometimes. And an incredible stench. You wouldn't believe what comes out of this little animal sometimes. Yeah, I know, I just gave you my hand. You're more comfortable now, aren't you? She's definitely a snuggler. You know, she will whine and cry and whimper until she gets her way, and well, she's getting her way right now. You notice she's a little more well-behaved, and she's already started snoring. Well, you were snoring there for a second, I heard it. Yeah, you were starting to fall asleep again. I love this little girl. I've had her since she was a duckling. And somewhere, actually not somewhere, I know exactly where it's at. I have a VHS cassette, and that just goes to show her age. I actually have a VHS cassette with her earliest recordings of it, of the day that she came home, when she was only about, I don't know, maybe a week old. It was Easter, roughly, of 2002 that she came home, or right after Easter, actually. She hatched just before Easter, and I got her right after Easter from a friend of ours. And I can't watch that videotape because every VCR that I own has all died. Every single one of them had problems and just quit working. I don't know if anybody out there has a VCR that you can set us up with. I'd love to take her videos and digitize them and put them up here on YouTube. I think that would be a wonderful thing for her birthday, for, of course, her fans to see. And, well, it's probably more for me than for her. I mean, those movies really mean a lot to me. You know, there was a lot going on in my life at that time, and she was one of the new things that popped up, and she's still with me here 17 years later. And I still can't believe that myself. I mean, I was a very, very young man at the time. I mean, ignorant to the world, and I got this little girl, and I kept her these years and took care of her and gave her everything that she wanted and needed, and gave her the little life that she's got. And she seems perfectly content with it. She had a sister, and there were many other ducks over the years, but surprisingly, she's the first one that I got, and she's still around. I mean, still around, just outlasts all the others, despite being what's the best way to put it? Not as privileged, perhaps, you know, not as gifted, because she got that little head tilt and caused her to walk in circles, and her bill is kind of twisted, and her lower beak has actually begun to shrunk up over the last few years, which causes her tongue to kind of hang out, and she can't grip her food very well. So when I give her food, I try to give her big piles of it, or big chunks of things that makes it easier for her to eat. French fries, for example, she has no trouble eating those, but if I give her a little pelleted food, she has problems with it in the bottom of the bowl, unless it's a pile, because then she can shovel it, and she can eat it a whole lot easier. She has no trouble drinking her water, and right now her little nose is running. Yeah, I know, you want to rest, I hear you snoring. Yeah, you've got an awake snore, you're actually a mouth-breathing duck. Yes, you are. Boomer is with us too. You could probably hear him in the background quacking. I don't include him in as much stuff as I'd like to because he's just not includable. He's trouble. He jumps all over the place. He bites. He poops. He humps. and he's very, very difficult to work with. Whereas this one is the complete and polar opposite of what he is. I mean, she's a snuggler, she's a sweetheart, she just wants to be part of everything. Him, on the other hand, he's trying to challenge me. The older he gets, the more he wants to be the alpha, and he's trying to rival me, and he's trying to say, you know, Daddy, you're not my daddy, I'm your daddy. And, you know, I'm not having that. I'm not going to make an animal, I'm not going to let an animal make me follow them, if you know, get the gist of that. I raised him, and he should realize who I am. And I think he believes that I'm probably mommy, and that's why he tries to, well, he's a motherfucker. Aren't you, you little brat? I see you over there. He's about 4 or 5 feet below the camera tripod right now, behind it. And he's in his little box over there, minding his own business. Kind of minding his own business. He's marching back and forth because he wants some more attention. Well, we'll probably include him in the video in a little while, but he's not going to be up here just yet, because this video is all about Skeeter, right, Skeeter? Yeah, it's going to be your birthday. I brought her home some donuts the other day. Her friend, well, her uncle, Wild Bill, that's right, the same Wild Bill with the high-top Volkswagen bus, gave her some Krispy Kremes to bring home. Yeah, and you ate them, didn't you? You finally finished them up yesterday. It took you a week to get through all those donuts. I helped. Yes, you liked them very, very much. Let me get what's on your head here. You got something on your head. Let me get it. I know. Just give it to me. Let me get it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you fuss. It's okay. It's okay. Daddy's little girl is so grumpy. I think one of the reasons why she's a little grumpier as she's gotten older is because she might be in a little bit of pain. She does have some joint problems on one of her legs. It causes one of her legs to twist up a little bit. When she had an x-ray taken of her about 5 years ago, I think it was about 5 years ago, because I thought she was egg-bound, you know, so the vet put her in the x-ray, and he didn't see anything but little ovules inside of her, you know, that actually weren't going to form into eggs, but were trying to, because she was trying so hard on her last season, where she was still viable egg laying, and she still made, I don't know, about 3 or 4 eggs that season, when she used to make hundreds of them in a season, and she was trying so hard to make that egg, and she was getting sick. You know, she actually looked like she was just going to die. She was like barely able to breathe, running a temperature. She was just not really moving, not eating. She would keep to herself. She wouldn't talk. I mean, she was just in a shit-awful mood. So I took her to the vet, and he x-rayed her, and he found that she's used up. You know, she's pushed out as many eggs as she's possibly ever going to, and she's probably not ever going to lay one again. And he was absolutely right. You know, she was done. But when he took that x-ray, you could see her ankle joints in them, and one of them he said she's going to have problems with in the future if she doesn't already. I said, well, no, she's currently just fine. He looked at her and says, yeah, she does look fine. But he said the one joint looks real bad, and the other one, he says, is not looking too good either, and we'll probably follow that one. Well, the one that was bad, he's absolutely right. A couple years ago, it started to act up, and her legs started to twist around. It hasn't appeared to get any worse, but it might hurt her a little bit, and it might be why she's a little when I pet her, you know, she's... Anybody that hurts doesn't want to be touched. And she still wants to be snuggled. I mean, she still wants it because she knows it's what she wants, but when she gets it, she's fussy. I can't move. I have to sit still with her like I'm doing right now. But you see, as soon as I start touching her, she gets squawky. But, you know, she loves her daddy still. That's it. And hopefully your good leg isn't going to become a bad leg, too. I mean, she can still get up and she can still walk. She does trip over herself. And she has trouble, seeing anything that's not directly in front of her. Her peripheral vision isn't all that good anymore. But directly in front of her, she can still see her food bowl, she can still find her food bowl, and she can still get to her food bowl. And then she can run to the other side of the box where she hangs out. She has a favorite corner where she likes to lay down, and she goes and picks that corner and lays down there. Until Boomer comes along and steps on her, and then she has a complete freak out. And then she smacks him or wallops, you know, him with her beak. And then what does he do? He thinks she's playing, so he grabs her feathers and starts shaking her and jumps on her and just, yeah. He doesn't hump her, he just beats her up. As far as Boomer's attraction's concerned, it's to me. It's not to a female duck as you would think he probably should be. But no, that's not the case. Yeah, you're a good girl. I'm going to have to get up in a minute, though, and start making the spaghetti tonight. Because I know you love your spaghetti. You ready to have a big bowl of spaghetti, huh? When I give her spaghetti, she flings it everywhere. So I got to put her in a little spot and get ready to change out all her blankets and everything, because I mean the spaghetti stains. If you're somebody that takes care of your house and you have children that eat spaghetti, you understand what I'm talking about. You know, you can't let them eat it in the living room, because they're gonna get it on the sofa, they're gonna get it on the carpet, they're gonna get it on the walls. You got to make sure they're sitting at the dinner table, and you got to make sure you have a proper plastic tablecloth that isn't going to stain. And it's kind of the same situation with her. She's going to make a mess. Maybe even more than a child, because she manages to get it way high up on the walls when she starts slinging it. Yeah, you're a spaghetti slinger. Well, I think that's going to be enough for tonight. So as always, everybody, please like, comment, and subscribe. Pluck the little dingle bell you see down there next to the subscribe button. That way you get updates every time I upload a new video. There's Boomer trying to help us out with the outro right now, aren't you there, buddy? If you'd like to check out more Skeeter, you can find her Facebook page, Skeeter the Duck. You know, please get up there and like her Facebook page. She's going to continue posting on there, right? You'll probably get some pictures up there tonight. For sure, you're going to share your video. And you can find pictures of her on my Instagram, which is at VV. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you come back and check out this girl, because we're going to have more updates. And, of course, we're going to shoot her video for her 17th birthday party. That's right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll be back. Take care. Somebody's chilling out on the sofa. Are you chilling out there, Skeeter? You sure look comfortable. Skeeter's got a little spot right there on the sofa. She looks mighty comfortable. Are you comfortable there, Skeeter? Can I join you? Hmm?